the Downtown Bethlehem Association, and the Greater Lehigh Valley Chamber of Commerce, I'd like to welcome you to the 4th Annual Live Advent Calendar. My name is Reverend Mary Cabot Butler, and I own an unusual star of the street called our Star. At this time, we would like to thank Liberty Property Trust, who is our title sponsor, and they're so good for us for this event, and Historic Bethlehem Partnership, who has graciously hosted this event for 4 years. To learn more about Bethlehem and its founding on Christmas Eve, 1741, please consider taking one of our glorious, wonderful, comfortable buses or a walking tour, which leaves from right here. And your tickets, you can get them inside if you would like. This is the only live Advent calendar of its kind in the United States. The live Advent calendar is fashioned after those paper calendars that you can get at Moravian Book or right up the street here. They're made out of paper. You may have received them at the beginning of the season. Each day was marked with a number, and you would open the door to find a beautiful scene or a piece of candy. I like the candy part. So, each and every day at 5 o'clock, we knock on this door and it opens to a surprise hidden inside. This calendar was originally created to promote business. However, it's grown to much more than that. It is our true, wonderful gift to you, and it is our holiday event every day. It represents the spirit of holiday seasons that we as business owners and the Chamber would like to share with you. So, without further ado, I have asked very sweet lady, and I know you want to, but I'm going to meet you here next week to open the door. Are you ready to knock on the door? All right. Put the bell down here.
She's going to open this. She's going to slide.
She's ready?
Oh, what is it going to be inside? Oh, she's ready for a slide. Yes. Some guy comes out of it. Yay!
Hi everybody, and welcome to the first Sunday and 4th night of Advent 2011. This is Deb, I'm John. We've brought along with us Christy and Jen and Tom to help lead us in song first before we tell you a little bit more about where we're from. So ramp up your singing voices, because here we go.
This audience presentation, everybody, we want to hear you.
Come on, sing.
Get in the spirit.
Sing out.
Deck the halls. Everybody knows it. Deck the halls with boughs of holly. Fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel. Fa la 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 la. Good job. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol. Fa la 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 la. Sing the blazing Yule before us. Fa la 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 la. Strike the horn and join the chorus. Fa la 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 la. All will meet in merry measure. Fa la 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 la. While I tell a Yuletide treasure. Fa la 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 la. Fast away the old year passes. Fa la 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 la. Hail the new ye lads and lasses. Fa la 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 la. Sing we joyous all together. Fa la 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 la. While it from the wind and weather. Fa la 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 la. Thank you, everyone. Great job.
Thank you for coming this evening. Actually, Jen and Christy, as well as Deb and I, are privileged to work at the Moravian Bookshop. Moravian Bookshop is just down the street, on the other side of the street. We have been the anchor store of this beautiful city for 266 years. The nation is 236 years old, so we were there 30 years before the nation was formed. Who are the Moravians? Well, the Moravians are a small sect of mainstream Protestantism that came here because they wanted to educate both boys and girls, which was not a good idea in Europe in the 1600s. So they came to the New World and they found that they could indeed educate both boys and girls, but they needed twice as many books. So they scratched their heads and they decided, well, wait a minute, maybe we can make a little money on this. Let's form a bookstore. So they did that. They formed the Moravian Bookshop in 1745 right here in Bethlehem. And we are now the oldest continuously operating bookseller in the United States and we think in the world. We still have people from the Guinness Book of World Records trying to track that down and see if it's true. But we claim to be and are able to use it as part of our logo, the world's oldest bookseller. Why a bookseller? Well, the Moravians believe very strongly in three things: music, education, and missions. In the Moravian Bookshop, we have been selling electric stars since the 1920s. I brought a couple along to show you the difference because Debbie and I happen to both work in the Moravian room, that's the Christmas room, and we get asked about 20 times a day, what's the difference between a Moravian star and a Star of Bethlehem? This is the difference. In my right hand is a star where all of the points are equidistant, such that if I wrapped it, it would look like a ball. That is the Moravian star. It is the original star that the Moravians brought with them to the New World in the late 1600s and the early 1700s, when they settled the areas of Nazareth, Bethlehem, Emmaus, as well as a large settlement in North Carolina in Winston-Salem. Every point on a Moravian star, this happens to be a 12-point star, they can be 18, 12, or even 26 points. It all has to do with the geometry of it all. Every point on a Moravian star is representative of all the points in the world to which the Moravians send missionaries. This is a Star of Bethlehem. As you can probably tell, it is elongated. It is a derivative of the original Moravian star. The symbolism of this star is that this represents, the tall point at the top represents the power of God pointing down to Jesus in the cradle. The Moravians celebrate Christmas as all of us do. They celebrate with a love feast. A love feast is simply the sharing of a simple meal and hot chocolate or coffee in their church on Christmas Eve day, or the day before Easter as well. The Moravian Bookshop, in helping Bethlehem celebrate this Christmas season, is sponsoring Gerald Charles Dickens this coming Thursday evening, right down at the end of the street in Foy Hall at Moravian College. Gerald Charles Dickens is indeed the great-great-grandson of Charles Dickens. He is a classically trained European actor specializing in the one-man show. We have sponsored him for the last couple of years now, and people who go just love him. He does a fantastic job. He uses the voices of some 20-some characters, and you can see the ghosts of Christmas this and Christmas that whirling through the walls as he makes his turns on the stage. It's fascinating to see. This may or may not be a commercial, but tickets are on sale at the Moravian Bookshop. And we thank you very much, and we hope that you enjoy Christmas in downtown Bethlehem. We thank you so much for being with us, and we hope that you're willing to sing one more song with us, which is going to be...
We wish you a Merry Christmas. You all know the words, sing along. If you don't know them, just sing along, and it'll be fun.
And while we are singing, Debbie here is going to pass out some things to you that have to do with the Christmas Carol, some information about the Christmas Carol itself. That's the program that Gerald Charles Dickens puts on. He does the entire Christmas Carol from start to finish with a little mint for you. So those will be being passed out as we sing. And again, thank you for being with us tonight.
Wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring for you and your home. Good tidings.
Right.
So bring him out here. Good tidings we bring.